Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the GROW program. Thanks for growing with me on today. Okay, let's get going. First, I want to say praises be to God. And I want to say that I'm so grateful and thankful and humble to God. I'm thankful and grateful and humble that we are growing. And I'm also grateful and thankful that we have just grown into our 42nd country, that is Macedonia. Beautiful Macedonia, I love you. Keep growing in God. The message of love is going forth. God's plan is enacted, and we are growing in God. We are growing over the oppression of this world. We are overcoming in love. We are coming together as one. It's happening right now. We are growing right now. Grow is global. People are speaking about grow, honey. People are talking about grow right now as I'm talking about grow. They're speaking about the grow movement because its time has come for a people to rise. It's time for us all to rise, us all together as a people. Okay, now look, I'm gonna tell you something. And you got to listen. You have to really listen because we're all human. We're all people, okay? When you think about any type of injustice that is done on any type of people, any minority, any group, anyone, any hate, any evil, any oppression, because the oppression is all affecting us. It's affecting us all now. It trickles down and affects us all, just as the mass shootings that we're seeing. All the evil that's playing out right before our eyes. That is oppression. And the oppression has affected other people. I'm telling you. So now, they're directing the oppression. Once it affects you, it's got to be directed out. And it either you either direct it on yourself or you direct it towards someone else. So now we are growing over the oppression. We recognize what was done in the past. They're not talking about what happened in Tulsa. We've been talking about Tulsa for 100 years. What else do you need to talk about? What do you need to know? How many more hearings do you need to have to find that what already done happened? So what we need to do, not steady sit here and talk about it. Let's be about it. Let's make some changes. Let's make some differences. The 3 remaining survivors that were sitting there, they said, well, I don't want to see injustice. I don't want to leave and there's no justice. I don't want to. We just going to keep talking for another 100 years, talking about Tulsa. We know what happened. So let's try to make it right. Let's fix it. And so, nothing like this happens again. And let's make a statement that this was not okay. What happened in Tulsa? It happened. So now we move forward and we try to learn from the mistakes. A lot of things, a different injustice was done to different minorities, different groups of people. The Holocaust, all kind of horrible things happen all through the years. What we do, we learn from it. We move forward. We forgive. We have to forgive and we move forward. We got to try to make some right. We got to try to right the wrongs. We have to right the wrongs. You can't just sit and just say, well, it happened. Okay, let's move on. Just like January 6th, it happened. We can't just move on from that. People died. People have to give an account. People have to answer, for what they did. The people who coordinated this, how this happened, that these people went into this Capitol building. It's got to be answers. Can't nobody just walk up in there and do what they want to do. You have to answer. You have to give an account. Whatever, you have to, whoever plan, whatever. If I plan to do anything, I got to give an account. Whatever. If it's wrong, that's what anybody. That's where it's supposed to be. Genuine equality and righteousness. That's what we're working towards. We're working towards genuine equality and righteousness. I'm gonna tell you, all through your life, I got an episode called Thank Your Past. All through your life, you look back over your mistakes and what you have done over your life That's your life. But I'm going to tell you something. Some people will hold you to account of what you did, and they'll never let you forget it. They'll still be mad at you. I got people who are still mad at me because I got locked down some years ago. Still mad. Relatives still mad at me about that. I ain't got over it. But I'm over it. I'm over my past, and God is over it. God, I had to go through certain things in order to be who I am today. I had to go get locked up. So I know what it feels like to volunteer for servitude for this country. I understand what it feels like, to volunteer my services, because I ain't had no choice, to be enslaved in this country. That's what it's called. It's in the Constitution. You enslaved if you're in prison. You're a slave. So I was a slave, and I understand what it's like. I had to go through it so I could tell you about it. How you don't want to go there. How you don't want to get involved in this justice system, and the state system. How you don't want to fall for all these traps and different setups and different things they got waiting for you. We got the spiritual warfare folks out here out to get you and put you in those traps and setups. So now, you got people who it's just so easy to hate. Oh, it's so easy to hate, and they rather hate. And then any opportunity they get, when they hate, they throw spiritual darts. Any opportunity that they can, try to bring you on further down. Just make you feel even worse about what you used to do, or what you did, or what you said, or whatever, your past. But I'm going to tell you something. Rise, warrior. Rise, conqueror. Because your past is who created who you are today. So thank your past. Thank you, past, for whatever you got over, whatever God pulled you through. And if they still mad at you, that's too bad. You done got over it. You done grown over it, and that's their problem. It's not yours anymore. So if they're angry about it, let them go stew over it, and you get on with God. You keep growing in the Lord. Because, honey, I'm going to tell you something. Don't lose no sleep about who mad. There is always going to be somebody mad. Always going to be somebody talking. See, that's what we're trying to do now. We're trying to grow over this. You tell them it's time to grow. My past, that's my past. People really are something to get mad at you about your past. Want to hold your past over your head. Remember when you did such and such, you trying to get over this. You trying to move on with your life. I'm trying to hey, look, I want to tell you about God. I want to tell you what God did, what God got going on. God doing this. Yeah, but, that's nice. I like that. Hey, you remember when you did such, don't never want to let you forget it. I'm telling you, honey, keep on going, warrior. Don't let that past hold you back. Don't let that past stop you. Thank your past. That's who created who you are today. Turn around and look over your life, and look how God done brought you through on top. You are on top. I'm telling you, on top of the game. Because now we growing. We in the plan. We in the master plan. This is God's master plan, because God said, my will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. And it's not going to be the evil's will. It's going to be God's will. So, I'm telling you, when I was in that house and all the evil that was going on all around me that I saw, and I'm in the midst of it. And I was frightened. I was afraid of the evil. I didn't know what the evil was going to do next. I didn't know what was happening, but God showed me that God is greater. God gave me grow. I spoke it out, and they gave me what it meant, told me what it meant. I said grow. And they told me greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. This coming from the ancestors and God. They told me what it meant. I didn't sit up here and make this up. They told me what it meant. It means grow. It means to grow. It means to grow in God. It means to reach your greatness. It means to rise. Whatever you going through, whatever's going on down here, honey, rise above it. God drove the spiritual warfare out of my life. God drove it away from me, honey. God freed me. I don't have no more problems. Bills are not problems. Bills are something we got to pay. We got to pay bills. How you don't make your bills a problem? Pay your bills every month. When you pay your bills every month, they don't become a problem, because then they don't go to be disconnect and past due statements and all this other stuff that worry you, interest and all this other things. So start paying the bills on time, and then you won't have to worry about going through that. God removed the spiritual warfare from me. And right now, the peace that I have, It is unimaginable. The joy. I cry because I'm so happy. And it used to be a time where I was crying because I was constantly going through. God, what's next? What's getting ready to happen next? But God carried me through each as I was going through the oppression of my life. God carried me I'm telling you, the whole time. God carried me for a time such as this, so I can get on here and tell you about my past. I don't care if so-and-so over there, you got a problem with my past. Let me tell you how you can overcome some things. Because I about done went through some stuff that you going through that you over there mad at me about. So I about can help you too. You need to grow. It's time to grow. It's time to grow over this oppression. It's time to rise. We are overcoming. We are overcoming. We are overcoming in God, honey. I'll tell you, I break it down in a song. I break it down in some rhymes. I break it down to you right on time, honey, because it's coming from God. God is the man with the master plan, and we are enacted. It's time to take a stand. It's time to rise in God. It's time to reach your greatness. It's time to give God the praise, because God done showed up and showed out in a haunted house, honey, in a haunted house where the evil didn't have no power, where he asked me to turn my back on God in the GROW program, and when I refused, he turned on his heel and walked out. And that was God showing me then that the evil has no power except what you allow it to have. So don't allow no evil to have no power over you. Don't allow the cigarettes to have the power over you. Don't allow the food to have the power over you. Don't allow the drugs to have the power over you. Don't allow the alcohol to have the power over you. Don't allow no one to have the power over you, because then there go your joy. There go your peace. There go your God-given purpose. Because see, evil is here to steal, kill, and destroy, and take you away from your God-given purpose. Your God-given purpose is to lift one another. It's to be there for one another, be an account for one another, hold one another up. That's what we're supposed to do. Then we all rise. We all come up. I want to see all of us come up. Different skin, one love, one God who created us from above. And God taught us to love. That's the commandment that God gave us on the heart when we were born. So it's time to love. Love drives out hate. Love, not hate, will make the world great. So that's what we got to do. The message from the freedom fighters is coming forth. God done put the plan in motion. They knew then what I'm saying. They knew that the message is gonna keep on going forth. It's gonna keep going forth no matter what, honey. It's gonna keep on going forth. And I'm the messenger here. I'm the queen carrying on the dream, and I'm going to carry it on forth each and every day that I wake up. I'm growing in God. So I got to carry the message forth to love. I'm going to push the movement each and every day, because this is God's will. I'm in the will of God. I'm going to stay in the will of God. I'm not coming out of the will of God. I'm not going back into the spiritual warfare. I don't want no part of it, honey. I don't want to get set back up. I don't want to go back to what I used to be, or how I used to be, how I used to act, where I was. See, God done delivered me out of that. God done put me in a place, took me out the dark house and put me over in the lighthouse. So I can beam the light all over the world, show the love all over the world. I'm telling you, that house so light, that is light at night. That house is light, honey. That's the lighthouse. You hear me? That is the lighthouse. That's what I call it. It's the lighthouse, and I'm shining light all over the world, just like the light of God that rises up each and every day. You may not see it for the clouds, but I'm telling you, it's there. It ain't never gone. God gonna put it there every single day. It ain't going nowhere. It's gonna be there every single day, and it's gonna shine the light of God on us. That's love, honey. So now, as it's shining the light of God on us, we growing spiritually in God. We are rising to reach our greatness like the great mountains, sloughing off all this old stuff, this hate, evil, and unforgiveness. Gonna press on in love, because we can become the beloved community that Dr. King wanted for us. We can rise up, as a nation, as a world. We can come together. Look how we coming together now. 42 countries. As I'm looking at the numbers steady growing. I mean, we steady growing. We are growing leaps and bounds. We really are. And it's just a matter of time, honey, before we really make it. And when we really make it, we make it. When we make it, we make it. I'm telling you, we make it. Because, see, this movement, this is a different movement. See, this ministry is different. Yeah, I'm an ordained minister. I'm a licensed ordained minister. But my ministry is a little bit different. I laid down my life. Yeah, like most ministers. I laid down my life for God in a vow to God. This is for the rest of my life. For the gratefulness, for God saving my life. God saved me, honey. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God. I'd be gone. Just like all my comrades, them fell. I'd be gone. But God had a plan for my life. That's why I went through everything I went through. I didn't battle no sicknesses and diseases and different things. I battled oppression, and what I was going through in this world, the heartache and heartbreak, never finding love until grow. I never found love. I didn't know love, besides my family. People that I meet, was out to use me, out to get me, for their own purpose. It's a spiritual attack that's coming up. And we are under a spiritual attack right now, and you are under it, and it's not your people. You sit there and say, why she say that? Why she do that? Why she act like that? Why he go there? Why he do me like that? Because we are under attack. Love drives out hate. We got to start sowing the seeds of love and drive this evil out of here. Evil is not racist. It's not racist. It goes through people to come against you. Spiritual darts, this spiritual attack, as you going out, as you going around different folks. I'm going to tell you one thing you need to do. You need to learn how to stay in your lane and leave certain folks alone. Because when people show you who they are the first time, believe them. Because the second time, you may not come up out of that. So you need to leave folks alone, because people will bring you down. They will attack your spirit and keep you from your God-given purpose. Send you all the way back the other way, honey. You on this track. But they'll turn, it's just like a detour. When you down on the highway and you run up on the detour and they got you turning all kind of different ways, going here and going there. You're like, well, I could have went right over there. What about that? No, they got that blocked off too. Can't even go over there. Can't go that way. Can't go that way. You got to go through this maze they got you going through. That's just like this a spiritual attack we going in. They'll have you going crazy, going all kind of ways. And you trying to get on with God. You trying to stay on the path. Well, you be like, well, let me go back to church. This church is in the heart. That's where church is at, in the heart. It's spiritual demons in the church. Sister so-and-so looking at you crazy. All this other stuff they got going on in the church. Church foolishness is what it is. Church is in the heart. We're religion. We're spiritual people. We're not religious people. We're spiritual. We're spiritual beings. All of us, we're spiritual. Religion is about money and control. I said it. I'm a minister, and I said it. Religion is about money and control, and that is very true. It's something. It's really something. But we're spiritual. It's you and God, a relationship with you and God. A journey. We are on a journey. This highway of life is you and God. We get all caught up in the church and doing this different event and all this that the church got going on. But I'm going to tell you something, honey. See, you will miss your calling. You will miss your calling because you won't even be able to hear the voice of the Lord. You so caught up in all this other stuff that's going on inside the church and this and that and the other. What you gonna wear. I'm telling you, it's a lot going on. I live my life in church. It's a lot going on in church. It's attack and I seen it all. Even, that's why, when things happen for a reason, and We've just had a great big tragedy with this coronavirus. But as this coronavirus was going on, it also revealed some other things. It revealed some other stuff that I saw, that God revealed to me, about church and about people, about the spiritual attack, about the warfare, the unseen battle. all this that we've been dealing with. How we got to rise, how we got to grow, how we got to drive out the evil. We got to drive out the hate. We got to use love. We can't use the other means that we've been using. We can't go to battle like that. We got to use God. We got to use righteousness. We got to use righteousness. We got to go in God. We got to forgive. We got to look to God. Keep your eyes focused on the Lord. Don't focus on the spiritual warfare. Don't focus on the evil that's going on. Yes, it's out here. But I had to take my mind off of it. I really, truly do. I had to remove myself, and God removed me, so I'm not under the spiritual attack. So I'm able to meditate, freely, all day, in peace. I ain't got to hear no yelling and screaming and hollering and cussing and clowning. Just because somebody want to go do something, I ain't got to listen to none of that. God removed me. I prayed and changed my life. I had to take a hard look at me. I had to fix me. I really did. I had to fix me. I had to look at me. What am I doing wrong? So once I fix me, and that's all I can do. I can't fix nobody else. I had to fix me. I can't fix nobody that don't want to be fixed, that wasn't trying to get no help, only trying to bring you down. It's time to get away from that. We got to rise. We got to grow. That's all a part of growing is learning and understanding to accept the things that you cannot change, and understand, that when it's time to move on, it's time to get on something better. It's time to get on a better way in God. And that is to grow in God. That's the way to go, honey. We going to grow in God, and we going to grow, and we going to go on this soul train to genuine equality and righteousness. That's where we headed. Destination greatness, genuine equality and righteousness. And we're going to keep on going forth in God each and every day. Thank and praise God that we are growing in God, because God got a plan, honey. And here we are taking a stand. Grab your loved ones by the hand. Let's rise. Let's rise in God and reach our greatness in God. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. Thank your past, honey. Thank your past, because had it not been for your past, you wouldn't be who you are today. And whoever got a problem with it, that's their problem. It's not yours. You on a better way in God. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I love you. Keep rising, great mountains. Keep rising, kings and queens. You on the way to your dreams. You don't keep going on the path of righteousness, and God gonna bring you to the path of realization of all your dreams, kings and queens. It's on the way. I'm carrying on the dream of Dr. King. So God is coming with some breakthroughs. They on the way. Just keep holding on to God's unchanging hand. I know what I'm talking about, honey. God done blessed me. God is continuing to bless me. God is blessing you. You growing in God. It's coming, honey. Hold on for your breakthrough. The meek and humble inherit the earth, and get ready for your inheritance. It's coming. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I love you, honey. Get excited about God. I do. I can keep on, but I ain't going to. I love you.